Hello dear, I'm touching on the topic of comparison. I'm here to remind you that what is for others is not meant for you. If they're doing similar things, it's still different because you are you. Everything about you is unique, just like everybody else. So have always observed a lot and learned a lot through observing. And like the main way I learn is through living. And the teachers that I'm most interested in are those that have so much lived experience, and I can soak up so many, there's just so much that I'm not even aware of that I'm soaking up by being in their presence and by really observing and really feeling and being so present to what I sense. And yeah, for a lot of my life, from my observations, I'd be like, this works, that doesn't work, and this is how things should be, and blah, 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 and you do this to avoid that, and da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. And what you're meant to experience, you cannot avoid it. So which is a very beautiful thing, and it's a painful thing if you're... Yeah, this brings kind of up the topic of... It totally depends on what you believe. I do, or have for a long time, resonated with that before we come into this physical experience, that we choose our very specific topics, the directions in which we are interested in growing and studying and experiencing in this lifetime. And because the soul understands that we grow through hardship too, we do happen to also choose things that in our live, as a human, we would never be like, I totally chose this. And then there's also so much more going on than just that. Because it gets weird in relation to people that have experienced or are experiencing atrocious things. In no way am I interested in bringing up they chose that. It's not what it's for, that way of thinking. What the fuck? See, this is completely sidetracked, but I think I do want to still keep it in. I'm not interested in editing, by the way. It's either this one keeps going or I make a new one. Yeah, so my relationship with observation, observing what other people are doing and does it resonate or not for me, is it interesting or not, has of course also evolved a lot with me. And nothing impacted my ability to observe and to listen with all of my being, to be so present with another person, like the Panterei approach, studying this approach. Because before, there were parts of me that were often scanning to see if that's how I liked it. Like, you know, like sometimes I was in observer mode while interacting with someone, so I wasn't like fully there with them. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like internally judging and being like, oh, does this match and not for me? And it wasn't like intentionally cruel towards them, but it takes away. But this was a part of my picture and was really important. Like I am very passionate about the fact that every part of the process, every aspect of the process is relevant. So relevant. You cannot get to mastering something without being a beginner. You cannot, honey, you have to go through, you learn so much through mistakes. And yeah, I have a funny relationship with the word mistakes because I think it's more so being like, you think this is the way, and then you're like, oh, that's not the way. I think it's much more that than like, this is wrong and that's right. And some things are in ways wrong and right. Do you know that also like weird spiritual bypassing of like, I don't see wrong and right. I don't recognize genocide. Like, what the fuck? Whew. My heart just got so angry. Like, a part of me, but so two things are going on at the same time. A part of me wants to shake people and be like, stop using fucking sacred shit in the most fucked up way. And then the other part of me goes, everything exists. So the sacred to the opposite, like the distortion of it within that same thing. Everything exists within each singular thing. Do you know what I mean? Like the full spectrum is there for everything. And in that way, it's then like they're not attacking. It's just also is. But it's so important to not be passive to that which is out of alignment, like collectively and internally. That I'm so passionate about rich relationship, which is another way of saying right relationship. So what I actually wanted to talk about, or the beginning point for all of this, is comparison. And the reminder that, like, yes, you can observe, like, I find it really fascinating to observe people that, like, little aspects are similar to what I'm doing or interested in doing. And noticing, okay, like, feeling, like, I saw someone's website and I was like, oh, it feels so nice. Like, if I'm coming from someone that will be looking into if I want to work with them, it feels so nice to land in a website and to, yeah, there's a really nice holding that a website provides for, yeah, what you want to express and share. And getting to experience it from that perspective was really rich. Reminder to, or it expanded something for me. Until now, I got really overwhelmed with the thought of making a website, because there's just so much that I care so deeply about, and I'm like, oh, I want to do it right. And it's basically any project brings up so many touches on a lot of things that long to be worked with internally, which is very fascinating and fun. It brought up a topic that has surfaced a lot in the last 1 or 2 years, is lack. In relation to finances, in relation to like finances was like what kicked it off, and then I was like, oh. And it's teaching me a lot. And right now I was tuning into the things that are fascinating and relevant for me in my line of work, tuning into them without adding lack to the mix. Like a previous version of me that would get so extremely overwhelmed, avoided a lot of things because of that experience. Like I wrote a lot of things as like, no, not possible, because it's just so overwhelming because X, Y, and Z. And if you're focusing on what's intense, it's just gonna get more intense. Do you know what I mean? Like you're focusing on it, so it's getting bigger. But when you actually find high quality support, like this is what I found through receiving Panterai sessions and doing the studies, is the support that I've never seen anywhere else. It's like coaching, but the practitioner is emotionally and physically, so this is like a metaphor, right? I'll explain it another way. They're like emotionally and physically holding your hand while you meet that which feels impossible to meet. And you're learning, oh, I can do it. And you're learning, oh, there's not just one, like this one way of interacting that I have done because it has worked till now is not the only way. I can try out this and I can try out that, and they're challenging me to like try out this, and like, what? And this is like I'm speaking about what you're doing in your inner world. And because it's all connected, you're like, the practitioner can sense and they can feel, they're in communication, they're in contact verbally and through touch. So the touch is not of them massaging you. The touch is not trying to do something. The touch is listening to, who is this person under my hands? What? It's so fascinating. It's so cool. And it feels like I will never be able to do it justice of explaining what it is. It's something you really need to experience if you're in any way curious. Like, it's life changing, absolutely wonderful. And it's incredible to me that online sessions work, do you know, because the work is hands-on work. And there's so much, like when you're a Panterai practitioner, there's so much that you're sensing through seeing and fully feeling the other person, that there's already so much you can do in the online sphere and guide them in movement and touching themselves. It's so delicious. Anytime I give sessions, it opens my heart exponentially. It's so good. It's so mwah. Coming back to comparison. What is meant for others is not meant for you. So they might be doing similar things. It might be working out for them. Do you know, like they might be fully living from what they want to do and you're not quite there yet. And that is not always because you're doing something wrong. You're meant to learn very specific things, which is why you have very specific path. And it's not this thing of you can be, it's not, don't get stressed about not being on your path. Not where I want to take you. It's that everything that you are experiencing is your path. That's why every aspect and every part of the process is relevant, because every step, every breath, every moment, every now, because now is all there is like be here now. Be here with exactly what's going on, exactly what's happening. That's your path. Meet it, feel it, like really feel it. What is it doing? What's going on? What's happening? That's what I support people in doing together. What's going on for you with these topics in your life right now? What's happening? Asking your body, asking life. Not to have an answer, but to feel the holding of life, that life loves you, to feel what it's like to be alive. That's why I'm so in love with this work. So powerful, so delicious. I'm in such a refreshed state right now. So good. Gonna eat something now.